Hey Leo, it's Suzanne with Study Force Tarot here to do a weekly reading for you. All right, so we're going to start by pulling a question card for you. I'm using only my green cards this week, and we'll see what comes up. All right, so let's see. What do we have? All right, Leo, soul connection, twin flame. This has been coming out a lot this week. All right, so the question is, what possibly scared my person away? All right, so we'll take a look at that. And what was I possibly triggering in this person? So this isn't about blaming you. This is simply about identifying, really what might have, what triggered this person, okay? It doesn't have to be a negative thing. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, so let's start by pulling some oracle cards here. I'm using the Pure Magic deck here. And the Sacred Forest Oracle. All right, so this is your energy. This is your person's energy. And this could be the energy you share or the energy of the connection. All right, so let's see. Let's take a look at your energy. All right, so we have the Moonlight Enchantment Magic. All right, so you feel like this connection in some way was heaven sent to you, or you feel that soul connection. I feel like you're very aware of it. If it's going swimmingly without a whole lot of problems, you're probably dealing with a soulmate. If it's really bringing up a lot of triggers for you, a lot of things about yourself that maybe you haven't looked at in a while, or you're feeling the push to grow spiritually in some way, it might be a twin flame type of connection. For your person, what do we have here? Protection. All right. The number 21 here breaks down to the number 3. I feel like this person is protecting what is in their heart, or protecting themselves in some way, possibly from this connection. And that doesn't mean they're protecting themselves from you, but it might be the energy of the connection. So what do we have here? This particular deck is broken down into water, earth, fire, and air. And we have fire here. All right, so we have, look at this. This is the same card that came out for somebody else that had the soul connection twin flame, okay? All right, so we have wildness, enigma, service, and choices. So I feel like this connection is, for both of you, about making certain choices, maybe in life or maybe in this connection. Being of service to your fellow man, but that includes the person that you're in a connection with. I feel like both of you see each other as a little bit of an enigma. In other words, you really haven't experienced this type of connection in your past, so it feels different, it feels new, especially if you're dealing with a twin flame, because the reason I feel like people feel that connection the way they do, it's because in some way, and it can be different for different people, you feel a taste of unconditional love. Okay? It could, and really, it's not even about the other person. You connect that feeling to the other person, but it's really about God's love for you, okay? Or Source's love for you. You're getting a taste of Source's love through somebody's eyes. That's why a lot of you will say that there's something in their eyes, and that something is actually God, okay? So I feel like there's just a few ways on this planet where we get a taste of unconditional love, and that is one of them. Another one is a near-death experience or an out-of-body experience. Another one is in your dreams, okay? Where a lot of you will travel to the astral world, which is the fourth dimension. And that's where, you feel a sense of heaven. No worries, no pain, no guilt, no shame. You just are able to connect completely with the love. So I feel like those are the three instances where you experience that. And that's why it feels special. Okay? And again, it's not even about that person, but you're feeling God's love through that person. Okay? All right, so let's see. What possibly scared my person away? Chances are it has something to do with that feeling of unconditional love. The reason that we don't experience that here on a regular basis, the fourth way you experience unconditional love is through animals. Okay, animals are better at that than people. All right, so let's see. What possibly scared my person away? Look at that. What do we have here? The sun. This is bliss. This is the only card that could represent unconditional love. People are uncomfortable with it. A lot of people are uncomfortable with it. It almost creates an uncomfortable feeling here on earth. It doesn't create that in the other realms. Okay, you just allow yourself to surrender to it. But here on this planet, not so much. So that's what it is. That doesn't surprise me at all. All right, and then we have Three of Wands. And we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so think about this. If your person is scared away by this blissful love, okay, the reason for that is because Three of Wands, expectations. This is unmatchable here on earth, okay? So it immediately, they feel, raises expectations for being the best version of themselves all of the time, okay? So it's like they equate you with having to be the best version of themselves all of the time. Okay, Queen of Wands. That's also your card. So it's like, what are the expectations of Leo? Does Leo have the expectation that we're going to be in this completely blissful, perfect love all of the time? God has that expectation on the other side, and we're able to achieve that on the other side. But in this dense earthly realm, that is a challenging thing to achieve, right? So the expectations are so high. This person has put so many expectations on themselves around this. It's like they feel like they can never measure up to that. And they're equating the expectations of the deepness of how they feel within this connection with what you expect from them. Okay? So they're actually scared of that unconditional love and the expectation that goes along with it. Let's look at Sun and you, Leo, Queen of Wands. All right, so we have Nine of Cups, fulfilling your wishes. They're afraid that, instead of taking a risk and trying to do their best with this feeling, this connection, this taste of unconditional love, it's easier to step away from it. It's easier to dream about it. And that's why a lot of people will move into, some type of separation, or it never comes together, even though the connection was deeply felt by both people. Queen of Wands, you. All right, Two of Cups. Okay, the love is growing, whether the two of you are around each other or not. The love is growing. The feelings are mutual. It might be all-consuming for you in certain ways. The expectations, Three of Wands, Page of Pentacles. So it's like the Page of Pentacles can be about limitations, focusing on limitations. And I feel like that's what this person is doing. Instead of focusing on the opportunity to experience this type of love or get a taste of it, they're focusing on the limitations that expectations or imposed expectations could bring, that they could disappoint. They could disappoint you. They could disappoint themselves. This world is about having the experience regardless of what the outcome is. And this person is choosing not to have the experience because they're afraid of the outcome. So, the next question is, what were you possibly triggering in this person? I almost feel like I don't have to do that question because I feel like we've answered that in a way. It's not really about you. It's about the overwhelming expectation of trying to stand up to unconditional love. If you have never watched any videos about near-death experiences, Jeff Mara podcast, I feel like, he's got the best lineup of those you can imagine. And you always walk away feeling better than you did when you started, okay? And it's because a little bit of their experience, a little bit of the unconditional love that they experienced, they share with you. All right, so what were you possibly triggering in this person? All right, Six of Swords. Queen of Cups in the reverse. And what is that? Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So, Six of Swords, is about progressing in your thoughts, progressing in communication. So I feel like, you might have been communicating about progressing things forward. That would be considered an expectation from this person. Again, the expectations, I feel like, are what are triggering this person. Even the unspoken expectations, the assumed expectations. This person feels like they can't measure up. That's not true. But if they believe it, they'll make it true. They'll manifest that, right? Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is my card for love. So this person is saying, instead of embracing this amazing love that has found the two of you, I'm going to just put it in a box and wait it out. I might have to figure it out. I might have to mess it up with logic and practicality for a while. I might have to run away, but I'm going to wait it out. So, and then Nine of Pentacles. You, I feel like, and it's not you, it's the connection, is triggering this person to really find what makes them comfortable, happy, and joyful in the physical world on their own first. Okay, that's what Nine of Pentacles is about. You know, what makes me comfortable, what makes me satisfied in the physical world. And I feel like this could easily come back around to this Queen of Cups turning around. You know, this can be that this person doesn't necessarily have an adequate amount of love for themselves, and this connection is highlighting that for them. It's not about you. It's not about you. Just like you saw something special in their eyes, they saw the same thing in your eyes. They saw that taste of love through your eyes. Okay? And when you've never experienced that before, that can be a little scary for some people. Okay? So this person might be seeking protection from communicating right now, and it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with their own expectations of themselves, their own expectations of what a relationship is, their own expectations of what love is. You know, these higher soul connections, these higher types of relationships, you know, they are coming from an elevated place. You know, can both people get to that elevated place where there's no need to ever check somebody's phone? There's no need to get upset when someone doesn't call exactly at the time they say they're going to call. There's no need to troll somebody's social media, because you just trust and love that person, and that you allow that person complete freedom in their life, and they give that back to you. They allow you to be yourself with all of your faults and strengths, and you do the same for them. You might laugh about each other's faults. You know, you can appreciate what you get out of each other's negative traits versus looking at those negative traits as something to get in arguments about. So it's like this ongoing, peaceful, trusting energy that, hey, we're together because we enjoy being together. And maybe we take some time to be by ourselves, and both people are okay with it. But we also really respect the other person. You know, if we're going to be late, we call. We do things that build trust at the same time, you know, as having faith in that person. That's an ideal way to have a relationship or a connection, where you're not pointing out other people's faults, where you're not harboring resentment and killing your joy because simply somebody else is different. You know, I feel like that's why these types of connections are coming up all over the place. It's trying to elevate the human vibration, the collective vibration. I mean, what you see out there right now, like, you know, I don't even subject myself to it. I don't subject myself to the news. I don't subject myself to negative TV shows or movies. It's like people actively are looking for a fight. So when, you know, so you can look at this connection in one of two ways. You can look at it as bringing out the best in your person ultimately, whether they're with you or not, and appreciating it and loving them no matter what. Or you can look at it like, this is a terrible separation. They don't want me. They don't need me. They were disgusted by me. If you go in that direction, you know, you're missing the point of this. All right. Let's get some oracle cards here. liking these this week. So that's what we'll do. All right, so 1 for you, or 2 for you and 2 for them. 1 for you, 1 for them. I'm actually going to do 3. 1 for you, 1 for them. And then we'll do one more, one of these. All right, so 1 for you, 1 for them. All right, let's do this one first. For you, what do we have? Pride. Leo. That definitely could be playing a part in this in some way. We have the number 19 here, which breaks down to the number 10. So there might be a cycle that's wrapping up here, but it's only because something new wants to begin. All right. What do we have here for you? Receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan. That's great. That means that you're allowing, or you're in your feminine energy, okay, which needs to happen in order for this to come together. If you are a masculine, okay, this can be about receiving the divine plan from source or the universe. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. Ultimately, it's about listening to your intuition. This is the opposite of this. All right, so what do we have here for your person? Rebirth. Wow, that is what is going on. So if your person is not around you or is choosing not to be around this, we talked about why that is. It's not about you. It's about a rebirth within themselves, okay? And then we have this here. Look at that, invite help. This person might really be struggling with this, all right? Invite the divine to pursue you, seriously. Just say, I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. All right, meaning that's literally saying, unconditional love, find me and work through me. So that's the rebirth that they're going through. What do we have here for you? Full intimacy. Look at that. We have the number 19. We have the number 19. Both break down to the number 10. So, I feel like the next step for you is to be able to embrace full intimacy, which means we've got to drop pride. Okay, pride is the wall. Pride is the barrier that we put up to full intimacy. So full intimacy is about surrendering, allowing yourself to receive that love. And then what do we have here for this person? Body positive. Okay, so 27 breaks down to the number 9. All right, the rebirth for this person is about them, about their body, their mind, their soul. Remember the 9 of Pentacles? All right, so once this person has that positive energy within themselves or find that self-love, I feel like that's when they come to you in a completely different energy. And you're wrapping up a cycle of prideful energy so you can move into full intimacy. All right? All right, Leo, that is what I have for you. If you're looking for a deeper personal reading, you can definitely reach out. If not, no worries. I will talk to you next time. All right? Thanks so much. Bye.